Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to play a bit with our friend Green Lantern. And as you can see, I had to give him a Dawnbreaker armory. Because I had to. There was no other option. So just let me adjust my settings here for 1 second. Almost there. Stay on target. There we go. Hello to DC Universe. Hello Fire Soul. Okay, so we're good to go. So today we're going to play with our friend Green Lantern. As you can see, I made an awesome Dawnbreaker armory for my character. I pretty much had everything I needed. The only thing I could use a different version of is probably the boots. I need some better boots, but other than that, it's pretty darn close to the evil Dawnbreaker. Although for the goggles, I kind of like those goggles, but I'm tempted to use the regular goggles. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hello, Real Time King. Hello, DCUO Icy. So let's go. Lately, I've been farming for the anniversary event missions. There's a few reasons behind that. I wanted to purchase crypto for a few of my characters. I wanted to purchase the anti-monitor gear for a few of my characters. And also purchase the Exobyte Origin for my multiverse character. So basically, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I need with the thanks to the anniversary event. Like right now, I need a whole bunch of modes in order to be able. That I hate when that does that. Basically, I need a whole bunch of modes to be able to do some crafting. So I have to farm these missions. And sadly, in some cases, it's a bit of a challenge, let's say.
Repel this invasion before they turn everything into antimatter, and the anti-monitor basically eats our universe. Must be a Tuesday.
1 million for the Flash emblem. That's a good price. I saw it much more expensive than that.
Take the antimatter technology away from the Cordians. It will slow down their advance and allow us to study it so that we can find an edge in stopping the anti-monitor. Get to the science spire, snatch their tech, and take down their officers.
So usually I'll start with the solo instance mission, and then I'll try to do the shadow. Hopefully I can find some people who will invite me to do the shadow mission. But it's been difficult for the past day or two, trying to get people to group to play the shadow mission, and not many people seems to want to do that. Especially on the villain side. If you're on the villain side, you pretty much have to solo the darn thing. On the villain side, once in a while, you'll be able to form a group of 2 or 3 people. But I guess you have to play the mission on Thursday or Friday right after the weekly reset. If you wait like on a Monday, not that many people. Let's switch to DPS. Oh no, let's stay in controller. Usually I would switch to DPS, but we should be able to do the mission fine as a controller. Let's see. Let's see how it works out. It's been a while since I played with my Lantern character, so if I'm a little rusty with the combos, I hope you guys can forgive me. And I hope you guys got your Batman Dark Knight's emblem. As you can see, they look like this is the Dawnbreaker emblem. Looks really nice. And for those, as you can see, I still need 2 antimatter residue. So that's why I'm fighting those guys. But usually, even if I don't need a residue anymore, I usually clear out the whole level anyways. Let's pull back a bit. My bad.
Stand against me and you will fall.
So as you can see, you can do the solo missions fine even if you play as a controller. Eons ago, when I was a young Magneto, I only had a controller set of gear, and I would play every mission as a controller. There were only a few exceptions. At some point, once I reached a tier 4 on Striker Island, holy crap, the prisoners were beating the snot out of my poor little Magneto. So then I would switch to DPS, and I didn't have a DPS set of gear at the time. At the time, we didn't have armories, so switching gear was a little painless, a little painful, I should say. So at the time, what I was doing is that I was using, if I really had to DPS, I would switch to DPS, and I would use my PvP DPS set of gear at a time. So sometimes you'll see an enemy with whom it's a little difficult to try to execute your Green Lantern combos. When that happens, just don't do combos. Just use your powers as if you didn't have the combos. Hello, Dominic. So let's see if we're going to get lucky today.
Let's play a little game. It's called Road Rash. And you're it.
So let's see what's in the box. Oh, let's see what's in this box. Nothing really worth it. I'm sure I have a character that could use that. Ooh, a weapon or a boots? Oh, let's go for the boots. So let's get out of here. We didn't really get lucky. It happens. Sure. If you want the gear right away, you can buy. You can purchase the Quadrant Crowns. The gear is fairly expensive. Hello, Javion. I think I remember you. Like, the gear is somewhat expensive, so yeah, I guess you could purchase a Quadrant Crowns, but you'll have to spend, let's say, 5, 10, 15, 20... It'll cost you about like 25, 30 bucks to if you want to, if all you want to do is purchase Quadrant Crowns, the whole set would cost you like 25, 30 bucks if you want to purchase it. Obviously playing the missions is time consuming, but if you play the missions every single day for the whole duration of the event, you should be able to get all the Quadrant Crowns you need, at least for one set of gear. But of course, if you want to purchase other stuff like crypto or various base items, then yeah, you could purchase some Quadrant Crowns. I guess it depends how much you're willing to spend on DC Universe Online. There's a lot of people who complain. Already, we see a lot of complaints about how DC Universe Online is too expensive, or they're trying to rip off their customers or stuff like that. not I don't agree with people who say that. I can understand some people being unhappy, and sure, it would be nice if paying a subscription would include everything. The gear is gonna scale to your level. So if you want to purchase the gear for the strength of the gear, no, don't do that then. If you want to purchase it for the style, sure, do it. But for the gear itself, no, it's not worth it. Oh, let's go help our friend Dr. Light.
You insignificant.
The reason why I'm saying it's not worth it, especially what your character is. Oh, I see, discipline. I'll see about adding you. Oh, let's get away from the little shadow first. No, the metal emblems are not random. You purchase the box and you get all of them. Ah, I Multiverse is the best in the world. For the metal, oh, let's go help our old friend here. Let's switch to DPS for that bit. Sadly, if you're a villain, pretty much the only way you can you can complete the shadow thingy is doing this right here. Fighting the shadow by yourself, unless you're a tank. If you're a tank, you can pretty much solo the shadows. Right now, this character, his actual CR is 121. Maybe. I'm not trending on Twitter yet, so I guess not. So let's see if we can have people invite us to do the shadow mission. Although right now, I'll trying to get... Oh, let's switch back to... There we go. Right now, trying to get people to invite you to play for the shadow mission is a bit challenging, to say the least. For the gear, the best way to get decent gear, you have to play whatever mission is at your level. There's no real miracle to that. What you can try to do is try to purchase some gear that will scale to your level also, like the anti-monitor gear. Let's go there for just a bit. Like obviously one easy way to get gear is to play the anti-monitor event. Oh, let's there's only one other guy. Let's get out of here. There's two ways to get some gear fairly easily. Playing the anti-monitor event and purchasing the gear, the anti-monitor gear. Like the Enertron gear. That's one easy way to get gear. The other one is to play the Earth 3 missions. You gain access to a whole bunch of Earth 3 missions with the event tab. So you can go to the Earth 3 vendor and actually purchase gear there also. And also I think the missions themselves may drop gear. So these are probably the easiest way to get some gear. That's gear that's going to scale to your level. But usually the easiest way is to just play the missions. Whatever missions you have available should drop you gear. And you should be able to get gear that way. If you play the whole event, I don't think I have. Do I have any crowns with this guy just yet? I have 5 coordinate crowns. Oh yeah, we did a few missions. So basically this. Oh, let's say hi to our friend here. Basically, I think this is the first time I do this mission with this guy. So by the time I'm done, we'll see how much we get from the first time we do the anniversary event missions.
My guardians and shadow demons. Soon we shall have enough power to break into their reality. And then I will devour their universe.
I'm good, Galaxy Spirit. Hi to you too. I'm not sure I agree with you, Squid. I can understand why some people think that, but what do you win? Like a few extra skill points? Like you can see my character. Let's see, how many skill points do I have? Like I have 137 skill points, and I can play the game fine. So if you really need to have like 300 skill points, and if you see the fact that you can get skill points from time capsules as pay to win, then there's nothing I can do to change your mind. I'm not sure if I can do that solo. Oh, let's see if we can find other people. I guess not. Big homie. Oh, someone triggered the shadow. Depends what powers you're already using. Quantum is a pretty good power. You have to buy it from the anniversary event vendor. Big Omi, why do I not see him? Big Daddy. Not sure why sometimes we don't see the recent text. There has to be a reason. Let's see if our friend Super Times can have more luck. Quantum is a fun power. I love being able to teleport using quantum tunneling. It has some really good crowd control. Even as a DPS, your crowd control are actually pretty good somehow. So Quantum is I think it's a really good power. The only thing is that it depends on the DPS side. It depends a lot on Time Bomb. And sadly, the way Time Bomb is really slow. So if you're playing with someone who has powers that does damage really quick, very often all the enemies will be down before your Time Bomb even does any damage. So it's not rare that your Time Bomb does actually 0 damage. So on the scoreboard, sometimes when you're playing Quantum on the scoreboard, it can look pretty bad. It can look like you did barely any damage, and very often it's because very often your Time Bomb will do 0 damage. There are ways to bypass that, to go around that. Well, let's switch to controller. For the enhanced exobyte style, sorry, I was a bit distracted. You have to buy the exobyte origin style from the anniversary event, and then you have to craft the enhanced version. When you buy the regular version of the enhanced of the exobit origin style, you'll see a plan that appears in the vendor. So once you purchase the actual style, after that you have to purchase the plan, and once you have the plan, then you have to craft the enhanced version of the gear. Sorry, it took me a while to answer. I was a bit distracted. Hello, Naughty Orchid. I got too close. What's your character, Naughty Orchid? Three down, one more to go. You have to farm collections and sell them on the broker. That's pretty much the one sure way to make money. If you're lucky, you can get valuable collections. If you're not so lucky, then you sell whatever you can and you hope to make money from the volume. Like if you farm and farm and farm, even if you get collections that are worth 10,000, 100,000, by selling a lot of them, you're still going to end up making a lot of money.
Shadow Demon Archons are bad news.
That's pretty nice.
Clearing some of them out. There's no time for
Let's
rest now.
say a little thank you
Go
to everyone.
back to our forward base.
Oh. So let's see what else we have to do.
Some scientists bravely went into the battlefield to try and revert citizens who have been turned into antimatter. But now they need help. Grab one of the antimatter reversion devices next to the terminal, stop the Cordians from turning civilians, and revert those who have
You can sell time capsules. I'm not sure how much they're worth right now, but for a bit you could get a good chunk of money selling time capsules. Basically, to make money, there's no miracle. You have to find items that people find valuable and sell those items on the broker. It's that simple. Some of the most valuable items are usually collections or rare styles. Like if you're really lucky and can get, let's say, the Ultra Kryptonian cape, then you can sell it for quite a lot of money on the broker. And the same with collections. If you farm for collections for, let's say, the Miraculous Cape, if you're lucky and get the rare collection, then you could make a few millions from that collection alone. But even if you don't get the rare collection, if you farm and farm and farm, obviously you're going to gather dozens, if not hundreds of collections. Well, when you sell 100 collections, you're going to make money anyway. So whatever you can find of value, sell it on the broker. The broker is your best way to be able to make some money.
Good work. Bring the tech back to base ASAP.
So I guess we're almost done here. Roughly, I did make a video about playing the broker or farming collections. I forget how I actually call the video. I made a video where for about an hour, I farmed for the Mr. Miracle collections, and I sold those on the broker. And within that hour, I had made about 700,000. And over time, as all my collections were for sale on the broker, and I ended up making like 1.2 million or something like that. So with roughly 1 hour of farming, I was able to make a little more than 1 million. So if you want to make 40 millions, you should be able to make so if you farm for about 40 hours. Probably less because I didn't get lucky. I didn't get any of the rare collections. So if you manage to get some of the rare collections, you'll make a lot more. But 1 million is the minimum I think you should be able to make just farming collections. But if you're lucky, obviously you'll be able to do more. So basically, in order to be able to earn cash in this universe online, there's no miracle. You have to be willing to put in the time in order to be able to either farm for valuable items and sell those items on the broker, or just taking the time to play the broker. I know that playing the broker is not the most exciting thing in the world. And I remember for the first year I played DC Universe Online, I didn't play the broker at all. I didn't use the broker at all. And then at some point I started using it only to purchase some of the cheaper collections that I was missing.
Report back to base when you're ready.
The Batman Rebirth emblem, the enhanced version, looks really nice. Collections, I'll probably have. Do I have some? I'll try and show you some as soon as I get some. I should have some actually, come to think of it. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, do I have? If you want to have some of the rare collections, sadly, one chance to... Come on. One thing that you need... Oh, there you go. Ideally, you want to have the particle-powered feat. It helps you gain some rare items in the anniversary event. And obviously I did not get a single collection. Actually, I can show you some of the vendors. Just give me 1 second. Hello, Life. We have our other friend here who actually sells 3 collections.
Multiple combat modes and customizable colors.
Like here he's selling the Cosmic Tuning collection, he's selling the Brainiac Master Exobyte collection, and he's selling the Blue Lantern Oath collection. Usually the collections are not on the vendors, you gather them playing the game. But here, there are certain collections that you can actually purchase on the vendors. You can also purchase collections on the broker. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll get collections from rewards like this one. But usually what you have to do is you have to fly into the open world, like the Gotham or Metropolis open world, and you have to get collections from there. Like, here's one. So here we got the Vibrating Chunk of Anti-Monitor's Armor collection. So if you can manage to get valuable collections, this is not one of them. This one sells for like 500 on the broker right now. But if you gather valuable collections, go and sell those on the broker, and you're going to be able to make at least a few bucks. So let's go and play the Centennial event. And I guess while we wait, we can try and help some iconic characters. There are various iconic characters on the map that you can help out. There's a feat if you help, I think it's like 24 of them or something. You gain a feat from that. So sadly for that, there's no miracle. You fly around, hope to find one of the iconics, and you try to help them out. There are a few places where they seem to spawn. I don't know all the spawn points. I know just a few. But as you explore the map more and more, sooner or later you learn at least some of the places where they actually spawn. Like sometimes they can be here. Oh, I think there is one. Is there one? Oh yeah.
I'm bringing you to justice.
Ah, Superman gave us a wave. He's so sweet. Hello, Dezetta. I guess we're going to go play other missions while we wait. We don't have to be here anyway. Real cash. I bought like two bundles of Quarter Crowns, and that's it. Basically, I bought 2 bundles because I wanted to be able to purchase crypto fairly early in order to be able to make. You may have seen the crypto video I made. So I gathered the Quarter Crowns for that. Oh, I guess the event will start right now. Sure, real time. We could, I guess we could play together after this if you want. I'm not sure what's your combat rating. My combat rating is 121. Hopefully your combat rating is 121 too, so that we can play actually missions that will help us both. Of the Speed Force Lightning? No, I don't care about that. You can tweak it a bit, but other than that, no. I don't. What we can do with the lightning is fine for me. Yes, you can trade the metal emblems. I think. Not sure if you can sell them. Oh yeah, I should have shown that. Let's go back. Let's go back over here. Oh, well, Real Time King, if you're 100, what we could do, we could play the Earth 3 missions if you want. So once I'm done here, we could go play the Earth 3 missions if you want there, Real King. Sure, Joseph, if you want to play, our friend the Real Time King is Combat Training 100, but we could play some Earth 3 missions together if you guys want to. Because I have about I don't know, almost 50 characters. So that's why I have multiple. I can pretty much play with a different character every day of the. I was about to say every day of the week, but it's even worse than that. I could play with a different character every day of the month.
Between us and the antimatter universe. It's destroying Metropolis with Centennial Park as ground zero. I'm going to need to bring in the big guns.
Oh, let's switch to.
Oh joy.
Let's switch to Troll.
Two shoes again. Oracle, don't get in my way.
There's already one Troll, but
Long.
Not exactly thrilled about working with you either, buddy, but desperate times call for really, really desperate measures. Gang, join the Flash, Zoom, and the others to kick some anti-monitor butt.
yesterday I played with a healer character, and holy crap. I played, I think it was my Doctor Strange character, and I was able to do as much healing. There was 3 of us that were healers, but there was no controller. So I thought I could switch to healer. I started playing as a DPS, and holy crap, the healing was pretty bad. So I decided to switch to healer anyway, even though we already had 2 healers. And by the end of the event, I had more healing by myself than the other 2 healers combined. It was a little sad. Sure, Naughty. Oh, yeah, listen, guys. Basically, obviously, there's only a handful of.
You have sealed your own fate.
There's only a handful of Earth 3 missions, but obviously we could fill a group of 8 players if you guys are up to it. Or at the very least, we could have a group of 4 players to do the alert. So if some of you guys want to join for that, once I'm done with this mission, guys get ready, and we'll try to form a group to play some Earth 3 mission. How does that sound? Let's switch back to DPS. I'm a hero character, so if you guys have hero characters, we could get together afterwards and play some Earth 3 missions if you guys want to. Technically, this is the Superman statue, but it's been a little destroyed by the evil Anti-Monitor, as you can see.
Now you'll pay.
Like, we're pretty much into an alternate version of Metropolis. Not sure why everyone is spread out all over the place. It happens. Not sure why I keep on missing my combo. I guess I'm more out of practice than I thought. It's been a while since I played with my Lantern character, so if I'm out of practice with my combos, I hope you guys can forgive me.
Now you'll pay.
Good job, gang. Taking down those shards weakened the anti-monitor's shield. Now get over there and wipe that smug look off his oversized face.
Nope, shouldn't have done that. Oh, I have it for a year. I always buy it yearly. Oh, we lost a healer. That's bad. Oh, this is the antimatter one.
You'll regret that. That was a mistake.
Your efforts are in vain.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Bring
Power this planet for
bring the character you want to play. I don't think we need a specific combination of characters to be able to complete the missions.
Those shadow demons aren't helping the situation. Stop them from reaching the anti-monitor, or it's going to
Use whatever characters you guys like. It'll be fine. Oh, that's gonna be bad.
I'd reconsider that.
Smooth move. Did you not just hear me say?
So as you saw, the evil anti-monitor.
Bad things happen. Do I need to?
Ideally, you need a shield. You want to use your shield when the anti-monitor decides to go berserk, because we pretty much somewhat failed a bit. You have to prevent the shadows from reaching the anti-monitor. And sadly,
His shield is down again.
oh, there we
Now's
go.
our chance. Attack him.
Shocking no one. I've got a brilliant plan that should save us all. Zoom and Flash can use the Speed Force whirlwind to open a breach that will punt the anti-monitor into the future. Bing, bang, boom.
Huh. I hate to say it, but that's not a bad idea.
Do I detect a hint of jealousy?
Hello, Quan. We could meet at the Superman statue. Someone did suggest that, I think. So go to Metropolis in the open world. Go to the Superman statue, and we could meet there. Or actually, we could meet. Let's meet in Earth 3. We could even do the Earth 3 solo mission as a group, if you guys want to. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go meet at Earth 3. We're also going to be able to do the daily missions, the bounties, and all that good stuff. So, if you guys want to play it as a group, go to Earth 3, and we'll see what we can do from there on.
Well, it sort of worked.
So let's give everyone a little bow.
Anti-monitor is
Well, let's give a
gone.
thumbs up
At
first.
least for now. There's more work to be done, though. Earth is still in danger from his remaining forces.
Let's go for the decisions. Let's go for the
Data from
boots.
the breach.
So again, for those who were asking about collections, like this is another collection. So some collections you will get from various missions, but as a rule of thumb, you have to look through the open world in order to be able to find the collections you want. It's a green wildfire. So just give me a second to repair. And let's see.
Hello, combatant. The authorized number of training marks can be exchanged.
So as you can see, this is the first time I did the mission with this little guy, and have actually I probably am gonna have more. Oh yeah.
Hello, combatant. The authorized
So right now I have
number of
41
training marks can be
Quadrant
exchanged for sections of
crowns.
state-of-the-art combat equipment.
And we got our, of course, our brand new artifact. In this case, I'll go for the power harness. And let's see what's in the box. Oh, we got a rock. It's a green wildfire. Just give me 1 second, you'll see it. Yeah, it's on the PS4. So for those who don't know, you gain access to the Earth 3 open world through here. So you can see the Earth 3 Gotham, so let's go there. And you can see all the missions that we can gather on this map.
These pesky rogue villains are tormenting the population again.
And also we could play the
Someone
event
has got to
missions.
stop Johnny Quick and his pea-sized girlfriend Atomica from running rampant across this Earth. And you're just the person
The
to do
disease
it.
of corruption infects everyone and everything on this Earth. From the highest
The people
penthouse
here
to
have
the
been
lowest
so
gutter.
beaten down
No
that
one
they
is
can't pull
immune.
themselves out of
I
the
want
darkness.
you to
They
help
need
stop
us to
this
bring
infection.
light back to their lives.
You've got to stop them.
Anything we can find out about the crime syndicate's network will help us in bringing it all down. The Justice League will stand with the victimized and downtrodden of this world, just like
Sure.
we do on ours.
So my name is Green Wildfire. So send me a tell whenever you guys are ready. And once we manage to get enough people for a group, we'll try to do various missions. Basically, once I get four people, we'll do the 4-player mission. And then we'll do the 8-player missions once we have, I assume, everyone. We can even start. Let's go play the. We'll play the 2-player missions. It will give you guys some times to get ready.
Run for your life.
So let's do that. So we're going to start by the 2-player missions. Once we get 2 more guys, we'll do the 4-player missions. And then whoever else joins, then we'll do the 8-player missions. And also there's a whole bunch of new open world we could do with 8 players. What does that sound? How does that sound, I should say? Oh. It happens. Don't worry about that. Right now I'm in Smallville, but we'll go back to Earth 3 in just a minute. As soon as we're done here. But go to the Earth 3 map. It'll be easier to join up there. And also we're going to be able to do the missions in the open world there, if you guys are willing to. Oh. So let's wait for our friend Joey. Oh.
like I just missed the action.
Be right there. Let's go grab a little briefing.
Tomorrow I leave this earth, which I protected my entire life, to travel to another, not to escape the misery and barbarity of the crime syndicate, but in hope that I am right in my estimations. It is an earth like our own, but filled with heroes, fighting for the downtrodden and exploited. I pray the greatest of them will succeed where I have not. I will beg them to help me defeat the crime syndicate.
To do the mission I'm doing, you have to go to the event duty map. You go to the on duty, we can see right now, but you go to on duty and then you can get the mission from there.
Whoever is in my office got past all of my security measures, including the record scanners. They're going to regret that.
Really? Lead-lined walls, Lex? And you want me to believe this isn't a trap? I've already told the Justice League I'm here.
Must be. Of all the ways I've imagined killing you, this is not one. Now let's go. I want my office back. I hate when people mess with my station. All
Ah,
right, mystery man, we're here. Who the hell are you?
Good afternoon, Lex. And I assume this is Superman, correct?
It's uncanny. He looks just like you.
And you sound just like him. Forgive me. I'm Alexander Luthor. And while my hijacking of this office may seem like a threat to you, I assure you, I have much more dire things.
Enough, you loquacious twit. I'll show you how I deal with threats. You figured fight.
Lex, wait! Please hurt him out.
Back off, Steve. Invading my office. Turn to the front. Across the front.
Maybe this will knock some sense into you.
Warning.
This is as far as you go.
So make
yeah, PS4. Basically, the next two guys I'm going to invite are Green Lantern and C25. So with Green Lantern and C25, we're going to do the 4-player mission. And then you guys can join with for the 8-player missions. There's 2 of them. And then we could even do the weekly bounty if you guys want to. So let's see. Let's go for the headpiece. If you don't talk to our friend Lex, you can go straight to Earth 3 afterwards. Oh. Sorry, J-Rod. We're going to have to wait for our friend Joey. Oh, our friend Green Lantern decided he can't join. That's so soon. That's so sad. So it's going to leave one spot open for 4 players if you guys want to. Basically, the next of you guys who send me a tell, I'm going to invite you as soon as we're done here. So right now, the next one I'm going to invite is C25. And whoever sends me a tell next time. Our friend the Batman. I'm still not used to the new Superman. I guess it'll take some getting used to. You're there, Eric? Fine. It's alright, Joseph. It happens. Hello, DCUO Specialized. Oh, our friend Joseph is starting to appear.
Now
So
that
let's
we're
get
here,
started.
I suggest we split up. You two, follow me to the courthouse. It is the main source of corruption.
Hey, I'm allowed to do this.
Oh, there's a bit of a delay with the animation. I'm not there yet, Joseph. Naughty. Well, technically I am, but it's an alternate version of the map. It's where we can do the two-player mission.
I got $20 on the one.
Just give me 5 more minutes and we'll be there. We'll be there in 5 minutes. I swear.
Mind your own business, freaks.
We're gonna need an advance on your protection. Call an ambulance. Officer down. We're gonna need an advance on your protection. Officer down. I got $20 on the one on the left. That's with the DCUO. We got a 1035 here. Get out of here, scum. I didn't ask for your help. Officer down. Requesting backup. Call an ambulance. Get out of here, scum. I didn't ask for your help.
That was a bit more challenging than I remembered.
Gordon, your time as mayor is over. You're under arrest for obstruction of justice.
Could you cut it any closer, Owl Man?
I had to make sure your money transfer cleared. Your protection isn't pro bono after all, and neither is your re-election. Now, if you'll excuse me, someone's behind the pains.
Good, he's gone. Move quickly.
Pretty bold move for a wanted criminal to show his face in my city. I see you found some more costume flunkies. Did you tell them what happened to the last bunch?
This time is different. Your tyranny ends today.
I don't have time to play games with you. I have an entire police force to take out my trash for me. If you don't mind...
Damn, little Gordon
I have a
looks weird.
re-election gala to run.
Oh yeah.
I am Alexander Luthor, protector of Earth. I must I'm warned.
It'll take more than that. This has gone long enough.
Danger. Danger.
You shouldn't try to solve your problem,
The heroes of the Earth have wasted little time addressing the injustice witnessed here. The justice
So let's see.
Tri-Corner District of Gotham. Your Superman is
Let's go for the
spearheading
belt.
effort. Speak to him for further instruction.
And let's see what's in the
Thank you
box.
again. This is only the beginning.
Oh, wrong. Ah, bookshelf. I have a truckload of those. Okay, so we're going to Earth 3 right now. That won't happen, Eric. So let's invite our friend CS25 to group. Oh yeah. So we're going to Earth 3 right now. So the next of you guys who send me a tell, and I'll invite you to the group. And then we'll go play the 4-player mission. I have a whole bunch of them. I guess I could spread them. Nolan Constantine. Let's see if we can invite him. I'm on the US server. Let's try and invite one more guy, and we'll see how it works out. And of course, he took a name that will take forever to spell. Ah, did I misspell it? Constaline. Okay. Constaline. Is it because Constantine was taken, or is Constaline an actual name? Oh yeah.
We're not in Kansas anymore. This city could really use your help.
So let's see if we can start the 4-player mission.
Check in with them and give them a hand.
So we're going to play the 4-player mission right now. And then after that, we'll play the 8-player missions with whoever you guys decides to join up.
This all ends tonight. And it ends with Gordon. I'm on my way.
There's different phases. Maybe you have to phase with my character. There's this option called phase with. Like if you go... Oh, I guess I won't be able to show you. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna switch to controller. let's switch to our new evil Batman controller. That's okay, it happens. It doesn't matter if you're free to play. You can play the event even as a free to play player. Which is why I chose the event. Basically, whenever we try to play multiple people together, the challenging part is always finding missions that everyone can play. Either someone who's like on rot rating 145 has to play like a level 10 mission because we have a level 10 in our group. But with the event, everyone is the same level, so it makes things a little easier.
You again? How dare you come into my house and disrupt my re-election party?
How dare you use the office of mayor for extortion, corruption, and murder? The Jim Gordon I know would have no part in it.
Who in the blazes are you? Don't act like you cut-rate owlman knockoff.
Yeah, it's probably easier to progress if you're a legendary player.
The automated defenses.
Turrets online. Engage hostiles.
All units, move in. Form a wall.
Here, ideally, you want to use the columns. There's like the evil turrets over there who sometimes will attack your character. So you want to use the columns to kind of protect your character if you can.
Dispatch! We got a 1035 here. Requesting backup.
Gordon thinks he's safe.
Sorry guys if I'm not paying too much attention to the chat. I'm a little busy right now. Probably not, but I don't really... If you guys want to look for the investigations, we can do that.
You idiots! Stop the door!
You can't run from me. He's heading for the elevator. I'm going after him. Take out the rest of his men.
Not sure why my crowd control seems to be worthless. It's been a while since I played with my Lantern character, so maybe I got used to the uber crowd control of the Quantum and forgot that Green Lanterns didn't have such a great crowd control. Let's go for the shoulders. Not sure if everyone is watching, so just to be sure. We'll do that later. Been a while since I did this, so
The Owlman has informed me our money laundering operation inside C.C. Haley's and Norton Brothers Circus has been skimming. I'm a bit surprised since the Flying Graysons have been loyal providers for me for over a decade. Not to mention, their talented son has always been ideal leverage. If he really wants the Graysons dead so badly, there must be a reason. One he'd pay through the nose for.
let's wait with that. Yeah, you do what you can. Well, yeah, it gives you something to look forward to. Once you reach combat rating 207, you're gonna have a nice, iconic all-man gear for your all-man character. It happens. Like, they just released the Red Death, but even before that, we could create a somewhat good version of the Red Death if we wanted to.
And the price was to ensure my upcoming re-election this year. If a couple of dead circus folk means I can keep my seat of power, then to hell with them. A little gauche that their kid had to watch his parents die that way. But Gotham isn't exactly gay Paris. I wonder why Thomas Wayne Jr. would want to adopt that circus brat.
It depends. Like, you can see we have two guys who are like level 20 something. So we can't really do high tier missions with those guys unless we actually do an event mission. So if we do high level missions, we're going to exclude whoever doesn't have a high combat rating.
What do we have here? Does someone want to throw themselves on the mercy of the court? There is no mercy here. There is only crime and punishment. So come forward and face the judge, jury, and executioner of Gotham City.
Sorry guys, I'm sure I missed a lot of your comments. So if I didn't answer one of your questions, ask again. Oh no, I'm in prison. Almost there. Ah, that's good. I wanted to come and grab the barrel, but our friend C25 did that.
We, the jury, find you guilty. You shall now answer to a jury of your peers.
It's all right. You don't need legendary to be able to play the event missions. So you could still raise your character probably slower using the event missions. Right now you have the anniversary event and you have the Earth 3 event. So you have your like double event that could allow you to raise the combat rating of your character by getting better gear.
We, the jury, find you guilty. You shall now answer to a jury of your peers. We find you in contempt.
Oh.
Holding cell unlocked. Inmate free.
Oh, I lost my barrel. I'm so sad. Let's go for the chest.
I don't want to steal any glory. You've got this.
Brainiac has got this.
Oh yeah.
Owlman Man has been leaning on me more than ever to hide any evidence of Grayson's adoption by Wayne. It seems it was a cover-up so Owlman could take him under his wing. What Owlman has been teaching the kid since Wayne adopted him, I'll never know. But it seems Owlman is grooming a new partner. The last thing I need is another maniac looking for his cut of Gotham. I'm not too worried, though. The kid seems soft to me.
All aboard. Anything can work. It just depends on if they make a good film or not. We should be here for a bit more. We'll try to play the 8-player missions. And we could even play some of the bounties. Depends on what you guys will want to do.
Think you can take Gotham from me? Think again. I put up the signal. He's coming.
No one operates in my city without paying a price. I'll take yours in blood.
Did I mention that I am fully functional? Damage sustained.
You don't have the guts for this. Your loved ones will pay for that. Eye for an eye. Guts for this.
Sure, we could try and do that maybe later this week.
Time to kick this party up a notch. Here are more lovely door prizes. Good, but not good enough. Faster. Kill them, you Goombas! You don't have the guts for this. Good, but not good enough. Everyone here has a small eye for an eye. Your love will pay for that.
That's okay, Joseph. Do what you can.
I held a raffle for everyone at the gala. The selected lucky winners.
I came here for
By all
the party.
means, keep distracting yourself.
You saved my friend.
You don't have the guts for this. Good, but not good enough. Eye for an eye. As this extravaganza comes to a close, I have one last round of party.
Gordon?
No, just stand there. No, man, kill these vigilante. Your love will pay for that. No crosses me.
Oh yeah.
It's over.
Let's go for the shoulders. The fortress was tempting, but the shoulders are probably a better option.
It was all him. Owlman bumped off.
And let's see what's in the box.
Could adopt him. He forced the kid to join the crime syndicate. You simpering worm, Gordon.
More bookshelves, holy crap. Oh well.
Spare me. Gordon used their blood money to buy votes.
We're going to be able to open a library, a public library.
Shut your mouth. You let him face the Joker alone. Shut your mouth!
This world's Gotham may never be free of corruption without Batman here to strike fear into the hearts of the wicked. But at least this Gordon will find some measure of justice for his crimes. For that, I thank you.
Aww.
I've received a distress signal from Luther's
I'll do the briefing some other time.
infiltrated the Panopticon, the crime syndicate's headquarters.
That could still happen. Well, I've already done it, but yeah, if some of you guys need to do it, I guess we could. So if more people want to join, We have four open slots. So now's the time. We're in the Earth 3 map. If you're not on the same map as we are, phase with us. Yeah, the antimatter event is a weekly mission. Like right now, if I go look, come on. Like you can see, it says that I'm loot locked. Oh, usually there's a. Oh, there it is. So the reset is in 2 days and 8 hours. The reset is every Thursday. So since we're 2 days and 8 hours away from Thursday. Real time, just send me a tell. It'll be so much easier that way. We won't even have to look for each other. Send me a tell, and with your tell, I'm going to be able to invite you, and that'll be done. Don't send me a tell on PS4. Send me a tell on DC Universe Online. And I don't know why it says I'm offline. It's been doing that for a while. I have no idea why it does that. Hello, Scarlet Boy. No, not yet. I'm gonna have to. Hello, Al. I'm gonna have to craft the enhanced version. Well, let's see if we can. Oh. So real time. I remember you, Al. We played quite a few missions in the past. Doesn't matter if it says I'm online or offline. Oh well. Scarlet Boy, what's your character? Give me the name of your character and I'll invite you. I don't know which character you have right now. No, I remember you. Do you want to play with us, or I'm not sure I'm getting what you're asking. Well, it takes a long time to make some of those missions, Eric. So they would have to start doing like in order to be able to follow what's happening in the comics right now, they would have to start doing the game months, if not a year before they even start working on the comic. It takes a lot longer to produce, let's say, one DLC than it takes to produce one comic. So if they wanted to produce whatever DLC that could work with, let's say, the Batman comic this month, they would have to start this DLC like 2 years ago. So technically they could follow the comic storylines, but they would have to do the storylines from like 2 years ago. Or they would start doing the storylines today, but today's storyline would only be ready in like 2 years. I guess we're gonna cure for more than one thing.
Don't touch me.
Nice playing with you too, Joseph. Oh yeah, the speed metal back was perfect for this character. You would think that they made it for this character as opposed to the the Red Death
Task
character.
Force X, you'll be working alongside members of the Suicide Squad. Your compliance is compulsory.
I was sad to see you leave just as the mission was starting.
The Anti-Monitor has our two worlds colliding, creating some kind of parallel reality between us and the antimatter universe. It's destroying Metropolis.
I don't usually do this, but why not?
Zero. I'm going to need to bring in the big guns.
Oh, joy. We get to play with the goody two-shoes again. Oracle, don't get in my way.
Not exactly thrilled about working with you either, buddy, but desperate times call for really desperate measures. Gangs, join the Flash.
Oh, sorry, Shift. I just saw your towel. Not sure why sometimes YouTube blocks certain towels.
Source of energy inexorably drawing me here.
I'll try and invite you after if it's okay.
Mine to devour. Mine forever.
Looks like the A-team will be on the Anti-Monitor. B-team, you destroy the antimatter shards. That should weaken him just enough.
Oh.
We're all on one team, Calculator. Either that or we end up on Anti-Monitor's dinner plate. Got it?
That was weak.
Oh yeah, got it. For now.
You have no hope to match my strength. None.
Take this!
get over there and wipe that smug look off his oversized face.
Especially Brainiac.
Try this on for size. Yeah. Take this.
A video of Red Hood? Sure, I probably could do that. I have a few already if you look through my videos, but sure, I could make a more recent version of the Red Hood video.
No, you don't.
If I get tired of the game, no. I could if I had only one character. Yeah, I probably would get burnt out from always doing the same thing. But seeing how I have a lot of characters, I can play a lot of different missions, and also using the various different powers, kind of add a bit of diversity.
Your efforts are...
So even though, like playing, let's say, Green Lantern powers, not quite the same as playing Ice powers, not quite the same as playing Quantum powers.
We can't beat him like this.
Those shadow demons aren't helping the
So having a lot of characters to play with, that creates a bit of diversity that makes it so that, no, I don't get tired of the game.
You're going down. That was weak.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. It's why I have so many characters. Usually when I get tired of playing level 200 something missions, I'll switch to another character and I'll play some level 4 missions or level 50 missions, or so
Speed-Force Whirlwind to open a breach that will punt the anti-monitor into the future. Bing, bang, boom.
For Blue Beetle armor, I guess that could happen sometime in the future. For the Blue Beetle powers, technically, if you give him gadget and either martial arts or brawling, or even dual pistols, you can recreate a pretty good version of Blue Beetle.
Try again.
Oh, we lost one of the healers. Oh. It's probably the first time I played this mission where we almost have a normal group. Like 2 healers, 2 controllers, 1 tank. Usually it's me as a controller, or me as a healer, or me as a tank, and like 6 or 7 DPSs. Next, honestly, I have absolutely no idea what we're going to get next. Sometimes I'll have people who will whisper in my ear what we could DCUO has to update. That could explain a few things.
Well, it sort of worked.
I've calculated the data.
So let's see what we got.
We shouldn't have to worry about Mr. World Leader for a while.
That's why I don't use replay badges all that much.
Not to inflate his ego even further, but he's correct. I checked the numbers. The speedsters bought us time, but we have no way of knowing for how long. And calc, puns are my thing.
Hello, Andy Allen. I'll probably show it in some other videos. I promised the guys that we would do some the event missions, and with this character I don't have access to Age of Justice anyways. So we're going to stick to the plan. But tomorrow, if you wish, I could probably make an Age of Justice videos. So let's see if we're still. Oh.
Who do you think you are?
Hey, butt out.
Yeah, I forget what the combat rating is required, but the crowd control of the Green Lantern is really terrible. I didn't remember it was that bad. So let's follow our friend C25. Actually, let's not. We need those 3 little robots here. Is it 186? It could be. It's been a while since I played that DLC, especially at the appropriate CR. But now, tomorrow I could probably try and play a few of the Age of Justice DLC if you wish. At the very least, I have my Multiverse character that has access to that mission. Let's switch to DPS. I guess I would have to say Quantum is probably my favorite power. As for the powers I'm good at, Quantum and Mental are can pretty much be played the same way. So I would have to say Quantum, Mental, Ice. I'm getting a little better at playing Atomic. Gadget took me a while to figure out, but now I'm pretty good at playing Gadget too. I'm pretty good at playing most of the pretty much most of the powers. I guess the one power I'm really not good at is Rage. I still haven't mastered the old Rage Crash thingy. So yeah, Celestial. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good with Celestial. I have my evil Black Lantern Batman. I also had on PC my Doctor Doom character that was using a Celestial. I thought it was clever at the time to use a Celestial instead of sorcery, or even technology for the guy, but I guess the exception to that would be nature. I didn't really play nature power, so I sort of played it a bit. Like I probably created a character up to level 10, level 20, playing nature, and that's pretty much as far as I went. Sorcery, I don't have much practice playing sorcery. I played it a bit, not that much. Electric, I would say I'm pretty good at playing electric. I pretty much mastered managing my power with an electric character at a time when people were saying that the power was very power hungry, but somehow I could manage my power fine. So I guess I can use pretty much any powers. Again, the one I'm probably the less good at would be probably Rage, Rage, Sorcery, and Nature are probably the three I'm not that good with. Those I'm really proficient with would be Quantum, Mental, Ice, Atomic, even Fire, I suppose. Well, yeah, we can recreate a pretty good Martian Manhunter.
All this help you're doing is gonna get.
No, my days as cosplaying are way behind me. I used to have a Superman costume, like I don't know. There was a Superman costume that I purchased for Halloween. I don't know, like 3 decades ago. I used it for about 10 years.
On our Earth, Gotham is my city. But thanks to your actions, this
And it was a really nice Superman costume. And at the time, I was an athlete, so it was very surprising to see all the ladies who wanted to touch the costume.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I can be seen.
Who do you think you are? Mind your own business.
Since the discovery of this other Earth, the team has been shaken up by what they've witnessed. Batman focuses his rage on Gotham, taking down...
I go to convention once in a while. We do have a pretty big one over here, about once or twice a year.
Even the most ungrateful ones.
I went to Heroes Con once. I was invited to go there in 2007. The only time I went to a convention in the United States. Other than that, I went to conventions either over here or in Toronto. I was about to say Ottawa, but Ottawa I only went to the animation festival. So yeah, once in a while I go to comic conventions. And last time I was lucky enough I didn't have to pay. Basically, the studio got through a few free passes to go to the Comic Con, and I was one of the fortunate people who got one of those passes. One of the few perks of being part of middle management, I suppose. Well, I guess if they start ever doing a mixture of powers, I can see how it could go all kinds of wrong. Because they're trying to balance the game. Let's say right now they have to balance the game with 15 powers in mind, and each power has 2 rolls. Is it 15? 16? Holy crap, I lost count. Anyway, they have to let's say 16. They have to balance the game with 16 powers in mind, and they have to balance it for 2 rolls. So imagine if you could mix and match powers and have like half electric and half I don't know, fire powers for your character. Oh, it has to be Trick Slide. Of course, it has to. Well, I guess it has to. It depends on what you qualify. You count as the top player.
They're using encryption technology.
How'd you calculate the top player? The one who does the top damage, the one who has the better gear, the one who has ah.
My arrival on this other Earth feels much like my first journey to the world of man. Overwhelming, confusing, and heartbreaking. I arrived with an open heart and a mission to spread the message of my people. Sadly, this world seems far more in need of love and guidance than
That's okay. DCUO specialize. We'll try to do that some other time. Not sure where our friend Nolan is. I guess he fell down a bottomless pit or something. Let's see what mission. The best place to farm money? Basically what I do is that... oh yeah, I probably could make a Spider-Man 2099. I would have to add that to the list, I suppose. I'll probably make a Spider-Man video before long, so I'll try to make sure I make Spider-Man 2099 in there. The best place to farm for money, what I do is that there's a few places where I like to farm for collections. So usually, like one of those is behind the Midtown Safe House. That's where you can farm for the Mr. Miracle collections. And usually, what I'll do is that I'll farm for the Mr. Miracle collections. I'll sell that on the broker, and that's pretty much one of the better option to farm for cash that I know of. But anywhere where you can get some valuable collection is a good spot. At some point I was farming on Striker Island. There was a time when I was farming around the Ace Chemicals. The only place where I wouldn't recommend farming for collection is on Arkham Island. Arkham Island, there was one time where I farmed, and somehow I think it like in like an hour of farming, I got like maybe one collection. I was looking for specifically for a collection for one of the mainframe, no, not the mainframe, the amenities. Send me a tell, DCUO, and I'll invite you to the group.
It'll hurt me if I don't get this where it needs to go. Hello? Anyone? Enough. Don't take this the wrong way, but I can't be seen around you.
All this help you're doing is gonna get you in trouble.
Well, you can make a pretty good version of Darkseid. I made a video if you're interested.
Thanks, but I gotta get out of here.
Blue Beetle TM? You don't have to find me, I can invite you. Which server do you play on, DCUO? We play on the US servers. Unless I misspelled your name. Ah, I see.
Is anyone out there? If you really want to do
You mean season 3? Oh, there he is. I guess we're going to get rid of our friend Nolan. I guess he's not coming back. So let's try again. Sorry, Nolan, if you're watching this. I understand when people say I'll be right back. We can wait 5, 10 minutes. After 23 hours, usually I suppose people are not coming back.
Thanks. I think. Now buy me some time. Hello? Anyone?
Oh.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I can't be seen around you.
Well, yeah, they're going to put that on their streaming services, so that's why they're putting it there. They want you to pay for it.
This is Amanda Waller. You have been recruited for a classified Task Force X mission. You'll be working with members of the Suicide Squad until all objectives are complete. I advise you to stick to the mission.
So let's switch to troll.
So, Diana, do you think your evil imposter is invisible, Jeff?
Only if yours has a sense of humor.
Well, it's about time. I was getting bored, all these channels and nothing good to watch. I guess it goes without saying, I saw you coming. I saw your loser friend Luther coming too. He's even lamer than ours is.
What have you done with him? Speak, or I swear.
Oh, don't worry your pretty little head about it.
Sadly for the Young Justice, the merchandising wasn't selling, or at least it wasn't selling as they were hoping for. Of course, the merchandising wasn't very good, but that's usually not a good argument to bring up. So seeing how the TV shows usually make money in a few ways. There's either they're selling advertising space to an advertiser, or they're selling merchandising. In order to be able to sell advertisement to advertisers, they have to get the audience that the people want to advertise to. In order for Young Justice, sadly they needed a younger audience than what the advertiser wanted, and the merchandising also really wasn't selling. So they weren't making the money they were hoping for, even though they had the show was having good rating, good critical reception. That's not how you make money with an animated TV series, sadly. So the solution they found was to make a third season of Young Justice, but on a streaming service like Netflix, in order to be able to make money that way. If you're making money with if you're streaming on a show on Netflix, doesn't matter if you're not selling merchandising. What matters is actually even the ratings don't really matter, but they do matter somewhat. I would have to say Batman.
Don't do that again.
That's your one free shot.
Don't do that again. Jerk! You get paid for that. No more games. Now you're dead.
Well, Superman has better powers, that's for sure. Of course, if you asked who do you want to be, would you want to be Batman or Superman? And of course, everyone wants to be Superman.
I'm bringing you to justice.
Ow! You son of a...
Maybe this will knock some sense into you.
It could be. Probably why they went with Teen Titans Go. Basically, for a long time, Warner's DC have been a bit desperate, trying to get a younger audience.
Seems force is all you understand.
Like even though they had TV shows like the Batman animated series. Like basically, Warner's had shows like Batman the animated series. It wasn't, even though it was very popular shows, it wasn't quite attracting the audience they needed. So they've always been a bit desperate trying to get a younger audience to watch their shows, which is what led to Batman Beyond. Basically, they even though they had a show like Batman the Animated Series, they were still trying to get a show that would appeal to a younger audience. So they wanted to have like a younger Batman, and then they ended up making Batman Beyond, which somehow still attracted an audience that still was too old for them. And the merchandising for Batman Beyond really didn't sell. So they gave up on Batman Beyond a little quicker than they should have. But you can see examples of them trying to get a younger audience with Teen Titans Go, or even their newest Justice League show called Justice League Action or something.
No more games. Now you're dead. Ow! You son of a... No more games. Now you're dead. Don't do that again.
Hi, it's your boy.
Jerk. You can pay for that.
Now, you'll pay.
I guess you guys aren't going to go see the Teen Titans Go animated series, animated movie, I should say. Like it's called Teen Titans Go to the movie or something.
I've reconsidered that.
Oh, that doesn't. Oh, that doesn't.
They'll never do that.
It looks like they have him contained in some sort of weapon.
My guess is they're not performing a routine checkup on him. We had better hurry.
This place is like a nightmare.
Nightmare? The depths of Tartarus were more pleasant than this earth.
Oh, we're losing our friend Blue Beetle. And I guess someone decided to rush ahead and skip all the ads.
You will regret your actions.
I thought I was hearing something.
So I joined the crime syndicate because it seemed like a cool idea. All the biggest badasses on the planet making the mouth-breathing dredges bow down to us. But honestly, me and Atomic have always been aces on our own, and the more I hang with these douche nozzles, the more I realize how lame
Let's
they can
die.
be. Money and power are nice, but me and Shortcakes, we get our kicks from more carnal pleasures, if you catch my drift. Nothing hotter than watching some stupid brat cry his eyes out as you drag his mom around at Mach 5. For the moment, we're in. But we're still getting our kicks, one way or another.
Hera, protect me.
So someone messed up this mission real good.
pay.
The one 2004, 2008, was it the one called The Batman? Or are you talking about the one that was on in the 3D, kind of like the Green Lantern animated series? The Batman was okay. They had a lot of weird choices, especially when it came to the color palette of the TV show. Like those purple burgundy sky was really weird. I understand exactly what they were trying to do, though. Free episodes? I have no idea.
You're going down.
Well, technically, you have free episodes every month. Like right now, you have the free anniversary event, and you have the free event missions from Earth 3. So I'm not sure what else really you need, but if you want to be able to pay past DLCs, well, sadly, you're gonna have to either buy the DLCs or be legendary. Well, the Batman, you can tell the formula was pretty much thought to be able to create toys. It was a very toy-friendly TV show. But the latest one they did, what was it called? Beware the Batman or something like that? Holy crap, that one was 10 kinds of awful. It was awful on so many levels. I'm not sure what they had in mind, but... And again, they were trying to go after a younger demographic, thinking that giving Batman like a katana as a sidekick would somehow attract younger readers. And you have to wonder, like, what were they thinking? And my guess is they weren't. They were just trying to... They were just trying to appeal to what we call a phantom demographic. We don't really know anything about the Rockstar game, that the game supposedly that Rockstar is doing with Superman. Like, we haven't seen a single frame, at least I haven't seen anything. Oh yeah, to Supergirl is tonight, or is it? Almost forgot about that. But for the Rockstar Superman game, I have no idea what it's going to look like. I have no idea what kind of game it will be. We all assume it's going to be similar to Batman Arkham Knights or something like that. But the truth is, I haven't seen anything about that game yet. Heck, maybe they don't even make it and I don't know. Maybe it's just a rumor. So I guess we're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait for more information about the supposedly Rockstar Superman game. Or is it Rockstar or Rocksteady?
Good, but not good enough.
It doesn't take X-ray vision to see you're up to no good.
This will knock some sense into you.
Oh, it's okay. I understood what you meant. It's an easy mistake to make.
You don't have the guts for this.
Don't stay in the fire.
Your loved ones will pay for that. Your loved ones will pay for that. Good, but not good enough.
So tonight we should have an episode showing at least a few members of the Legion with superheroes. I'm a big fan of the Legion with superheroes. I'm very happy to see that they're going to make a comeback in Supergirl. Your loved ones will pay for that. Hello, Golden Expert. You don't have the guts for this. Good, but not good enough. I forgot. Oh, it's okay, Golden Expert. You can't. I don't expect you guys to see all the live streams. Although technically, if you want, you can. They're all on YouTube. Once we're done with the live stream, YouTube processes a live stream, and then the live stream remains available until the end of days. So technically, if you really want to, you can watch all the live streams, but you don't have to.
Do you really think you can hurt me?
Lex, are you all right?
And they've attached a giant vacuum to my brain and tried to suck out my genius. And now, someone is going to pay.
I understand you're upset, but coming here half-cocked got you into this mess in the first place. What did you hope to accomplish with all this?
Something I've yet to do on our Earth. Kill a false god.
Wait!
Luther, wait, come back. We'll have to double back around.
I know our time here on this Earth is short, and that it would be easy to turn a blind eye to the troubles of this world. But if we can leave here with the knowledge that our actions made a difference, no matter how small, we can stand proud. To succeed in such an act is greater than any reward.
Is Black Lightning tomorrow? Then I guess we know what we're doing tomorrow night. We're watching The Flash and Black Lightning. The only sad part is that because of Black Lightning, basically Black Lightning is taking the spot that Legends of Tomorrow had. And Legends of Tomorrow will only come back after Black Lightning, I think, or something like that. They messed up with their schedule, so I'm a bit confused about the whole thing, but... Well, the Flash always took from the comics. But it took, it cherry-picked amongst all the versions of the Flash, and also all the comics that the Flash had for the past, I don't know, 60 years?
Protect me.
I'm bringing you to justice.
My favorite character has to be the Batman. At various point, there was Wolverine that could have been my favorite character. There was the Flash. There was Daredevil. When I first discovered Daredevil, holy crap, did I enjoy the character! But for a long time, it pretty much has been Batman.
About your kind was true. Ultraman, Superman, you both act like you're gods, but gods don't bleed.
Kryptonite? You really think you can kill me?
Another one would be the Phantom, I suppose. I really enjoy that character.
What have you done?
That's impossible. How could I have known? Damn it! Damn it!
That Bruce Wayne Easter egg?
Ignorant fool.
I'm not sure what
If
you...
it's blood you want, then blood you'll get.
You mean in the Green Arrow show? Nah, it was just an Easter egg. They're they're not going to do the Batman in the CW TV shows for a whole bunch of reasons. Basically, Batman is more valuable to Warner's as a movie property than anything else. So I would be really surprised if they actually had Batman in the CW TV shows. It would be awesome if they did. I would love for them to have it. But seeing how there's actually there's already the Gotham TV show. There's Batman. That's more valuable to Warner's as a movie property. That I'm pretty sure that we won't have the Batman in a CW TV show anytime soon. The reverse of Reverse Flash. Well, it's the Flash. Are you saying we should change the name of the Flash to the Reverse Flash? I guess we could do that. Yeah, I do have at least one, maybe two. I forget. Yeah, I've had at least two. I created a Firestorm, but also there's my Ultraman, who's also an atomic character. And I may have another one on PC that I forget. So I have at least two, maybe three. I would have to look it up. It may seem strange, but I have a lot of characters, and I create and delete characters all the time. So it reached the point where it's kind of hard sometimes for me to keep track with which character I have. I guess I'm gonna have to start making a list or something. No. Actually, it took me quite a while before I even had Justice League related characters. For quite a bit, my characters were... like, for a long time, my characters was the Phantom. I played with that character for like the first year and a half that I played this universe online. I had a few alternate characters, but I wasn't really playing those characters. And then after that, my main character pretty much became my Magneto character. And then I started creating a whole bunch of alternate characters.
Do you really think you can hurt me? You will die.
So it took me a while before I started creating actual Justice League characters. But slowly I've been getting more and more of them, so yeah, I can see how that question can come up. Right now I guess I'm missing some characters like Martian Manhunter. That should probably be one of my next character. People say a lot of things. People have been saying DC Universe Online has been dead for 6 years. Like when I started playing the game 6.5 years ago, already people were saying this universe was dead. So, sure, Jeffrey, go ahead. Yeah, they tried to add a few nudge to the comics for nostalgia. They tried to appeal to nostalgia to try to please viewers. It kind of sort of worked, but not enough. No, I don't think DCUO is dead. I think DCUO is doing quite fine. It's actually probably doing more than fine. Although it seems to be doing well thanks to the one thing that a lot of people are complaining about on the forums. The time capsules seems to have helped the game quite a lot. I don't have any numbers to back this up, it's just an overall impression that I have. But that's pretty much the feeling that I have. The time capsules seems to have done a really good job making DCUO profitable. I know there's a lot of complaints about the time capsules on the forums, but in game you see a lot of people using items from the time capsules. There seems to be a lot of people who actually are opening the time capsules. Like if you listen to the forum, you would think that no one is opening time capsules, but there's actually quite a few people who do that. So, I know, I wouldn't say this Universe Online is dead. I know that there's a lot of unhappy people right now playing this Universe Online, or even not playing this Universe Online, just complaining on the forums. But, no, I don't think DCUO is dead. Quite the opposite. I guess once the support for PS3 at the end of the month, I guess once they no longer support PS3 at the end of the month, that's going to be a turning point for this Universe Online. I think that's going to be quite telling. But we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Holy crap! Didn't realize I was.
He's everything. Spies about Superman with none of the restraint. If you and the hadn't saved me, our world would have lost its greatest mind. So for that...
Yeah, maybe I should have played DPS. Oh, next time.
The crime syndicate must be stopped before they can use Luther's stolen knowledge to spread their tyranny to our planet. To arms, my brothers and sisters. Today we fight for the fate of two Earths.
I don't think the metal materials can be colored. All the materials are color locked. There's two exceptions to that. There's the cosmic material, and there's the I forget which one. There's the cosmic material that's an exception, and there's also the the void material. These are pretty much the only two materials that you can color. Other than that, the materials seems to be color locked.
I will destroy them without remorse. No one stands against me.
Grady Thompson? Or should I have said, maybe I should have said Eisenberg. Say my name! You're Eisenberg. I should probably look for briefings, or what, next time. No, I didn't watch Jumanji just yet. I wasn't really planning to. But then the reviews have been really good, and the word of mouth has been really good. So I might give it a try. There's the greatest show that I would like to see as well. I've been listening to some of the music from the greatest show a little too much maybe. See you later. I didn't realize it was this late already. So I guess that's going to be it for today, guys. Sadly, I wish I could say that I'm going to go watch Supergirls, but I have to go run a few errands first. So I'm gonna have to watch Supergirl a bit later. Well, let's go back to see our friend Wonder Woman, and I think that's going to be it for that.
You've brought peace and inspiration to people who desperately need it. Stand tall and be proud.
PvP was fun, but there wasn't that many people playing PvP. Even at the when a lot of people were playing PvP, there was maybe 20% of the player base that was playing PvP. Like from what we know, there's only 20% of the player base that played PvP ever. So do you really want to do content for only 20% of the population? And at some point, there was a crunch time when DCUO I think was struggling a bit, so they had to make some tough calls and had to focus on things that could bring them in more money, and PvP just wasn't it. People wants to people wants to mostly it seems people who play PvP only want to play for free. They don't want to spend any money on the game, and we saw that they tried to monetize the PvP, and it was pretty much a disaster. And not only was it a disaster, it pretty much contributed to killing PvP even more. On the hand, well, the hand are just generic ninjas, so yeah, I guess I could come up with a ninja type video, but that's more or less what the hands are. We have a few Nightwings and Red Robin. Or just Robin. Oh, sorry about that. It's been a long day. So, guys, I think that's going to be it for now. Let's say goodbye to our friend C25. He might be watching, but just to be sure. There's no reason to end it. Whatever PvP we have is well fine enough. I suppose if you really want to play PvP, the option is there. The content already exists, so why remove it? Like we already have a whole bunch of PvP content, so there's no point in removing it. If you want to run it, you run it. If you don't want to run it, it's there. It doesn't stop people from playing PvE if they don't want to play PvP. So there's no reason to remove the PvP content. And there is a at least a small portion of the player base who actually enjoy playing PvP despite all its flaws. So there's no reason to remove it. So at the worst comes to worst, they can leave the PvP as it is, and just continue to try to improve PvE as they're doing right now. Because they have tried in the past. They've tried to make a DLC for PvP, and realized that they quickly realized their mistake because not that many people. Like as I said, let's assume you have like 100 players, and you decide to make a DLC. If you make a PvE DLC, odds are 100 of your players will actually get that DLC. If you just make a PvP DLC, then only 20 players will actually purchase your PvP DLC. So if you need to make to be profitable with your game, what do? Do you make a PvP DLC that only 20% of the players will purchase? Or do you make a DLC that possibly 100% of the players will purchase? So you go with the PvP DLC. Vehicles could be a fun addition to the game, but the maps aren't big enough to really require vehicles. So yeah, it would be a fun bit to have in the game, but it would not be it wouldn't be really needed if it makes sense. Well, actually, we're going to end the stream on that. We're going to end with what our friend Yaboy has been mentioning. Oh, there's a lot of raids. I should probably the issue with doing raids is that sadly it depends on the queue. That's that simple. For the raids, I need to queue, and you never know which raid will pop. If I try to do, let's say I decide to make a video about the Blackest Night raid, and then I try to queue, and it doesn't pop, it doesn't pop, and it doesn't pop. There's nothing. I have no control over that. So that's the even the 4-player missions. I have no control over that. So we're going to end the live stream with basically, as you can see, I'm slowly but surely working on a Superboy Prime armory. So I guess right now I only need the pants, maybe even the belt. Well, we'll see. I thought, yeah, boy, you might like that. But basically, the other Superboy look I have is obviously the classic Superboy look. Obviously, I need a Stalwart Defender piece of gear for the chest, of course. Although this actually works better for the Superboy character. And of course, you saw the other armory that I have, which is this one here. When Superboy Prime has it is infamous black and white suit. The black and white suit. Sorry about that. A good Billy Club. That's the one you have at character creation. Let's show it to you. The reverse S logo? No.
My greatest triumph was at hand. The final campaign. I only hope I am not.
For the Daredevil character, the best thing you can use is pretty much where is it? Let's go with Batman. Gadget, acrobatic, of course, and the weapon you need for your Daredevil character is right at character creation. Oh no, it's not even at character creation. I'm lying. I'm a liar. It's actually I think you have to play the Bane mission to get the what it's called, the baton. I think or the eskrima stick. You can also get them playing PvP. There's a Nightwing set of gear that has the sticks. But it's the combat rating 100 set of gear, so you're gonna have to play a lot of PvP before you can actually purchase those sticks. So the Eskrima sticks would be what you need for. Let's go. Let's abort. Let's go with our multiverse instead. Yeah, I know it's a funky look. I'm trying to come up with something with that. It's a dual wield. It works well enough. You're welcome, yeah, boy. Let's go to the watchtower. Like when you play the Bane mission the very first time, as you level up, you can get the Billy Club. It's called the Eskrima sticks from there, but you have to use the Eskrima sticks at that point. You have to use dual wielding at that point in order to be able to get the sticks. If you don't get the sticks at that point, then you have no choice. You have to come over here. You have to play a lot of PvP, and you have to purchase it from this little guy here. Like these are 100 item level PvP item levels. So this is the one place where you can actually get the sticks, but they're fairly expensive, and you have to purchase a whole bunch of gear before you can actually reach that point. So in order to be able to get the sticks, you're gonna have to play a lot of PvP to get those sticks. For 40,000, sold, Joseph. I'm buying them. I missed the reverse logo. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yes, I do have the reverse logo for Superman. It's the Bizarro tank top. Pretty sure that's the only thing I can think of that would have a reverse Superman. This what you're talking about? Both are fun. Although if you're talking about Superboy Prime, you have to go with Flight, of course. But both work fine. I guess I would give a slight edge to Flight, but skimming was fun to use also. Well, I could probably make a bullseye video or two, but basically I'm pretty much. Oh, actually, I can create more. On PlayStation 4, I pretty much created all the characters I'm ever going to create. If I ever change characters, I'm going to have to respect them. I could still create a few characters on PC. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So for the Reverse Superman emblem, that's the only thing I can think of that has the Bizarro emblem. So I assume this is what you saw if you did see a reverse Superman emblem. So tomorrow, I have no idea what we'll do tomorrow. Yeah, I guess I could try and come up with some Injustice styles. I'll have to give it some thoughts. The thing is, in order to be able to do those styles, first I'm going to have to do a bit of research to see what those styles looks like. And then, of course, I'm going to have to scroll through all the styles that I have, trying to find something that kind of matches with those styles. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't think we'll ever have any more bases. The bases we have right now, I think this is as good as we're going to get. People don't seem to be willing to purchase the bases we have. They don't seem to do well in the marketplace. Even the base items don't seem to do well in the marketplace. So I don't think. I think once in a while they may try to give us something that's related to our bases, but as a rule of thumb, I don't think I don't think they're going to give us any more bases anytime soon. Yeah, but with non-iconic characters, you end up with something that is generic like that. Well, let me show you. I have at least one or two here. I didn't realize that. Technically, it's a Joker character, so I won't include him. There's also a friend here, Sandwalker, which is my own character. But he... Well, let's see if I have another one. No, over here, that's the only one. I have a couple more on PC. On PC, I have a character called the Paladin. I have a character called the Saturn Knight. A Godspeed style. I think I made a video, or I made a Godspeed armory in one video. I forget. Yeah, the trinket thing. It's been suggested quite a lot on the forums. So I can create some non-iconic characters, but sadly it ends up being somewhat generic characters, which is a bit sad, I suppose. And I see a lot of original characters on the forums that are pretty generic characters, and very often they're characters that look like 100 other generic characters that we see in the game. Yeah, I have to go anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. It's always appreciated. Your support is much appreciated. I always appreciate seeing you guys every day with not just the live stream, but seeing how you've been watching also the videos that I've been producing. I have a few upcoming videos that I'm working on right now. Basically, I have the Exobyte origin video that I should make. I also have, you can see, I have the Exobyte helmet and gloves. I'll make a video about that. And probably other videos that I failed to recall or mention. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching. Oh, one more question? Sure. The Marvel Fox deal, that should be awesome. It will allow us to have, at last, the Avengers and the X-Men in the same universe. Also, it will have an impact on the comics. Like, basically, the Marvel has pretty much been sabotaging the X-Men comics for quite some time now, just because they don't have the movie rights. So they're going to stop, and also they were trying to pretty much sabotage the X-Men characters, and they're trying to push the Inhuman characters to replace the X-Men characters. So now, if they with the Marvel Fox movie deal, they're going to end that nonsense, I hope. So now the X-Men will be able to be the X-Men, the Inhumans will go back to being the Inhumans, as opposed to them trying to replace the X-Men with the Inhumans. So that should be good. And also the Fantastic Four. We don't have a Fantastic Four comic anymore, just because Marvel doesn't own the movie rights to the Fantastic Four. So now that Marvel will have the Fantastic Four movie rights once more, hopefully we'll have a proper Fantastic Four comic once more. I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.